What's up, you guys? So today we're going to install or show how to install an Emax Servo. I just got this. This also comes with the links as well. So it's meant for this. It's going to be nice. It has a tray to go with it, so it'll work out really good, and I'm super excited about that. And let's get started. All right, so let's unpack this little servo. They have like eco servers and stuff like that, but I saw a lot of people like their servo just kind of gave out in certain spots and like just wouldn't turn. That could be because of the linkage, but I also just wanted this. Supposedly these ones are stronger, so I wanted to get this one, especially since I'm adding a lot of weight underneath and up front. I think this will definitely help a lot. Get this all packaged, get this past all the ears. We might even do, since this is longer, I may want to try switching the ESC to back here and getting the battery up here. That way there's even more weight up front, because the stock servo is just so small, so small, so small. But we'll start off with unplugging the servo from the ECS. You'll definitely, I recommend getting the Little Guy Racing Parts toolkit. Just everything super sweet. They got all different kinds of hex drivers and nut drivers, so I think this is super, super sweet. Get our 0.5 out. Probably definitely going to need a 1.5. We'll see here, though. What do we got in our hand? 0.5. Go down here. Start removing it. Get that out of there. Sometimes some people like to take off the back of, well, back here so that you don't have the top body just floating around everywhere, but since this is up front, it shouldn't bother me too much. Should be okay. But there we go. There's our servo falling out now. Take that bad boy out. Now I think this might be, yeah, that's a 1.5 millimeter. Go ahead and unscrew that. There we go. And there's our baby servo. little servo. This one's definitely bigger. I think these are like 5.7 grams, if I remember, and this is like 12.9, I think. So definitely, as you can see, it's very cold in the shop in here. It's already fogging up. 12.9 or 7, I forget, but should be really, really nice to be able to use. But as you can see, if we put this in, you're going to have to cut back there. If I zoom in a little bit closer, let's just take out the tray. That'll be easier. The tray screw is on that side. As you can see right there, just a little screw. The nice part about these Little Guy Racing Parts hex drivers and nylon drivers, or nut drivers, I mean, is that they're magnetic. So it helps really when you're trying to put in a screw or get a screw out or something. It stays magnetic to it, and it's really nice. Makes life a lot easier. Go over here, take out these screws. Boom. There we go. And that should just pop right off the differential. And there you go. There's your stock tray for your servo. Put that bad boy over here. Now this servo doesn't come with a mount already on it, so you have to use the tray. As I was showing before, like you'd have to cut this corner off in the back, which is kind of a bummer to be able to get that in there. I don't want to really break it or pinch it on accident, so you'd have to cut that. It's just plastic, so it's super easy to cut. It does work, but obviously if it's lined up there, you're gonna be short. So some people put spacers, some people just put longer screws. You can do whatever you want. I recommend using a correct tray. It'll just be healthier in the long run, in my opinion. Plus you get a little bit more of extra weight, just barely, because this is, I believe it's aluminum, could be steel. I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is obviously plastic. So we will go ahead, and as you can see, once we drop this in, slides in perfectly, matches up, real nice, real happy about that. So we'll go back over here. Got to be careful, there is a little, I don't think you guys can really see that well. See if there you go, that little pin. I believe it's just kind of like a spacer, little ball pin. You want to make sure that doesn't fall out. Shouldn't, but just be extra careful. It does sit there. Take these out. Now it does always come with these little L wrenches. Yeah, they're nice, but I mean, they're like paper clips. You can bend them like that. So I definitely recommend really investing in good tools. Highly recommend investing in good tools because it's worth it. Nice part is both sides are threaded, so it doesn't matter which way you put your bolt. That's always a good sign. Fits real nice. So we'll get to this upper link. I throw this. Let's see here. Let's get the servo out of the way. Now, be careful because when you unplug things from your ESC, you don't want to swap them. You will burn out stuff. There's obviously a slot for motor and there's obviously a slot for battery. So be extra careful. Get this link back up here. As you can see. Get our tray there. There we go. Get that nice and screwed in. Looking good. We will reattach our shock again, since that was in our way. Go ahead and drive that back in. There we go. We'll come to the front now. Get it set on this differential, which is nice. Sitting right there. You're gonna want it, I hope we can kind of see that. So, as you can see, it's got teeth. So as you can see, it's got, as I guess you could say, it's got some teeth up there. Right there. So you're going to want to put this front one right in the middle. There you go. Should snap right in like that. As you can see, perfectly lines up. Get our 0.5. Take it right down the barrel. Should slide through most of it. Get that all snug up. Nice and tight. There you go. There's one. Looking good already. Take another one. Get that locked in there. And just drive it home. These are long bolts, so it'll take a minute to get all the way in there. Just be careful, because if it does go through something that's threaded, that's plastic, make sure you're going at it straight. You don't want to strip anything out. Luckily, the end brackets on these servo mounts are metal, but still, you could always strip out a bolt, so just be extra careful with these. Be tender, love it gently, and be careful with it. So now that plate is in there. Axle doesn't roll forward at all. Looking really good. Really happy about that. Nicely attached. So I am going to be that person who takes this off, because this is driving me insane. Now we don't have Mr. Floppy everywhere. Taking off our steering links now. So ball joint, as you can see, it's in there. And screws, another ball joint up there. Works real nice. Take it off this bad boy now. Uh-oh, what's going on? Gotta be careful, don't want any stripping. Go nice and slow. Nice and slow. There you go, there's one. Come over here. Oh, nice and slow, it's moving. Nice and slow. Don't want to strip these bad boys out. It's going to be a nightmare to try to get out. There we go, nice and slow. Put those back over there. No more steering. Looking good though. Take these out. These already have the joints in them. Super nice. Want to remember how our steering goes. So we had it here, the arm coming across like that. That's how we'll set it up. Nice part about Enduro, they always give you extra stuff. So always happy about that. So you get 2 different sizes of screws here. One short one and one long one. They probably look about similar size when I do it like that. Let's see here. Short one and one long one. As you can see, long ones will be going into the knuckles. Again, 0.05 hex driver. Take it this way. We're just gonna, whoopsie. Screw that in. Nice and good. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice little movement to it. We'll go to the front of our vehicles. Nice little pre-runner stance. So now, have it set up like that. Going into plastic here, so be extra careful. Getting it nice and tight. Yep. Looks good. Come over to the other side. Pull the knuckle over. There we go. Again, be careful going into plastic. Don't want to strip anything out. We do have a upgrading your knuckles video that will be coming out right after this video, so make sure you go check that out. Nice and snug. Oh yeah, that's nice. So what I like to do, and that I recommend you do, is go ahead, take your servo, wire however the heck you want to, drop it in. So we're going to want it this way. You're going to drop it in. Get it nice and tight. There we go. Now we'll do the other side. Nice and tight. What I recommend you do, get your ESC, plug it in correctly. You can plug back in your motor. Make sure it's going in the right one. Get your battery. Turn it on. Do your remote. That way. Get it all straightened out. Whoops. Careful now. Get it all nice and straightened up, as you can see. Make sure. You always want to test to make sure things are working. Now this is a loud servo, which is okay. Noise doesn't really bother me as it does for some other people in the hobby. Just it's a matter of preference, really. I don't really care about noise, but some people really care about noise. Some people are like, oh, that's too loud. Well, to me, it's whatever. I don't really care. It's just noise. So go ahead, get your horn on. You're going to grab this little baggie. Now, getting this, you may have only gotten just the servo, so you might have to supply some of your screws. Just depends on who you buy it from. But the link that I'm going to attach down below is for the kit that I got that came with the steering link upgrade. There we go. Nice and tight. Get that link up. It's gonna be sweet. Okay, so what's fun about these, the horn sits in front. I think it's common for most things. And you're gonna wanna have to drive it from the back. So from back here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Pull out my battery so it doesn't drain out my battery. Just keep things out of my way. So, you're going to have to come through the back. Probably won't be able to see this on the camera end while I try to do this, so just describing it to you guys. Mid-length. Another good reason why I like the LGPR, Little Guy Racing Parts hex driver kit, is because they're nice and long so you can get those kind of angles. And there you go. Now we got it attached, looking good. We'll hit that beautiful, beautiful on switch. Let's see here. Now it's on. Get the remote control on. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's nice. Definitely want to be careful because my drivetrain came undone. When you do that and it comes undone, make sure that your ears line up, I like to call them. So if we have these ears, we want to make sure, sorry. Let's see, where's my little screwdriver? You're going to want to make sure, if you have this lined up here, you're going to want to make sure it's lined up with that right there. Not this one, but this one. It's just a good practice and the right thing to do. So we're going to come down here, and flip this over, match up our ears. It's always a trick when things are already done, and when it falls out, it's a real big pain in the butt. There we go. Now we got our ears facing the same way. You can kind of see there. Ears facing the same way. It's just healthy practice right there. Now, take the battery there. We lean back. Looking good. Strong servo. Lots of weight up front too. Which I might need to do is switch this back and put the battery in the back, since we're going to be adding a lot of weight down low. Might have to do that. We'll see though. But as you can see, back the way it was for driving train. Turns real nice. And there you guys go. That is how you upgrade with your Emax Servo ES08MA. I think Series 2. Super sweet. I'll make sure to put the link in the description of what kit I use with the control arms too. They're really nice. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.